May I please request Professor Rishikesh Krishnan, Director, IIM Bangalore, Professor Dinesh, Program Director, Professor Vandana, Academic Director, and Professor Nilesh and Mr. Nilesh, Head of Strategy and Operations at SAP Lab India Limited. Good evening. Oh, this is a very low, feeble good evening. Good evening, participants. That's a good one. Distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, and graduating participants, and my dear IMBX team, welcome today. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the Valedictory program for the AI for Managers hosted by Digital Learning Team of IIM Bangalore. As we gather here to mark the culmination of an extraordinary journey, one that has equipped our participants with knowledge, skills, and expertise to harness the power of AI. The truth is, AI is not a replacement of human intelligence, but rather a powerful tool that can amplify our abilities and to do well. As you all graduate today on the 16th month program, you all are now equipped with the expertise to navigate the complex ecosystem of AI, to identify opportunities for innovation and create strategic advantages for your organization. To our graduating participants, my heartiest congratulations. Your dedication, perseverance, passion, and learning has been truly inspiring. As you go forward, I have no doubt that you will make your organizations very proud. Once again, congratulations. May you continue to thrive, innovate, and lead in the age of artificial intelligence today. May I now request Professor Dinesh, Program Director, to please give up the opening speech. Thank you.
I was wondering there's some PowerPoint or something like that. Okay, good evening, guys. You made it, survived 16 months. Congratulations to all of you. I'm sure your family members are also happy, right? Now you have no excuse that you have to do assignment, right? Don't disturb me and all that. It has been a long journey, right? In fact, today I was teaching p-value to the batch 3. I spent about 3 hours and concluded that the alternative hypothesis that they did not understand. Right? So I have another session to convince them about p-value. Right. So AI is now getting a lot of traction, right? And especially because of Gen AI and agentic AI and so on. And this course probably equipped you with face the future challenges any talent or workforce is likely to face. I already see a lot of changes in the industry since we keep interacting with the industry. And almost everybody, whether it is beneficial or not, everybody is talking about Gen AI, right? And obviously all children here probably are using ChatGPT or Gemini, something like that. But you can make a difference only when you can use these techniques innovatively, right? So what I observe is, I've been visiting many companies, so I know what kind of applications the Gen AI is being used. So mostly for content creation and so on. But I rarely see something very, very innovative being done, right? So if you want to add value, use these techniques that you have learned in an innovative way, right? There are a lot of innovative applications of AI. And unless you learn to innovate using AI tools, you may not add value. But I'm sure that this course has given enough kind of knowledge as well as the wisdom through which you should be able to create value, not only to the organization, but also to the society, because it is also important that we contribute to society through some of these initiatives. In fact, this week I was working with participants from Tamil Nadu government. And there you find the challenges are different, right? And the challenges are same probably similar, but at a different scale for even organizations, right? So one of the major problem that we see across organization is the quality of data, right? That's what stops many organizations from achieving excellence using AI. So one thing that each one of you should do, especially the graduating batch, is insist on some kind of data governance within your organization, because without that, none of these techniques will work, right? So I suggest that go back to the basics, you get the data right, and once you have the data right, everything else will fall in place. And that will be the starting point. And as I mentioned several times, try to come up with innovative applications using AI, right? Many of our projects currently, we are doing a lot for profit as well as commercial enterprises. So one interesting project that we did, this is for one of the Canadian oil and sand extraction companies. So basically, they have a technique to extract oil from sand mining. And this is a large plant, right? And we are talking about several IoT devices, some thousands of sensors, which monitors this entire plant. And typically what happens is whenever any of the parameters goes out of tolerance, it sends a kind of alarm. But typically what happens is it is more like the kind of nuisance calls that we get, right? And it sends large number of alarms, even though there was only one problem, right? And this company asked us, can you actually predict whether it is a genuine alarm or false alarm? And this is a very, very massive data, because this is captured at every second. And you have to figure out whenever there's an alarm comes, whether it is a genuine or false alarm. Now, why is it important? Whenever there is an alarm, there are operators there to go and fix it. We are talking about a oil refinery, right? You don't want to have any accident in such kind of plants, right? It's a very, very complex, but then they actually luckily gave us the data, or kind enough to give the entire data, and we developed a model, and that I also gave permission to publish that as a case at Harvard Business Publishing, right? So what I'm saying is, you have to, when you actually try to create value, right? Look for problems that adds value to the company, right? Many times people do it, but it may not, this project, it may not add value at all. So that should be the real contribution to the company. Look for problems which will make an impact. So my famous example is that, how do you measure impact, right? If AI is supposed to be a impact creating tool, how do you measure impact? My famous example is Martin Baker. So I don't know how many of you heard about this company called Martin Baker. They make ejection seats, right? So when this is typically used in fighter aircraft. So when the pilot feels that the aircraft may crash, they can eject the seat and then save themselves, right? So you look at any company in the world and visit their website, you'll find a lot of verbose, pictures, and so on. But when you visit Martin Baker website, after this session, you go and see the website, you'll find only one number. The number will say 7,500 pilots saved, right? That's it. You don't have to say anything, right? It has only one number, 7,500 people saved. And when you go to their company, so in the entrance, you'll find letters written by the pilots as well as their family members, right? So if you want to create an impact, first of all, you need to understand what that impact actually means, right? And how you can create the impact. Through AI, you can create a lot of impact. And now it is up to you to decide how you're going to create impact, not at a personal level, also professionally, and also value creation, not just for your company and also for the country, right? With that, I'll stop my talk, but I'd like to thank the entire MOOCs team or IMBX team, starting with Vijay Lakshmi, who was managing the entire program, right? And I don't even know, there are a lot of staff who are standing there somewhere, right? They were supporting this entire 16-month program. And my co-teachers, Manoranjan is here, Naveen is teaching. We can't separate Naveen from Gen AI, so he is still teaching. right, somewhere. And Sharada and Rahul. And big thanks to all of them. And also a big round of applause to the entire. Yeah, sorry, I missed Rajalakshmi ma'am. Did I miss anybody from IMBX? Okay, so entire IMBX team. And wish you good luck. Now you have the tool with you and use it effectively, right? And all the best with your future. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for that very inspiring speech, Professor. Now I'd request Director IMB, Professor Rishi, to come and share his thoughts.
Yeah, good evening. Let me add my word of congratulations to that offered already by Dinesh. So I'm really happy that this second cycle of the AI for Managers course has come to an end and all of you have successfully completed the course. When we started this program a few years ago, I think we had a very simple objective. We wanted to make sure that there's a new generation of managers who understand AI and data well and can integrate it with the business they are doing. There are lots of courses which try to create data scientists and AI experts, but in a way, that's not really the objective of this program. I think almost everyone who has joined this program is already a manager or holding some position of responsibility in their organization. And they're trying to cope with and understand how AI is going to change their business. And more importantly, how they can use it to make their business better. And so that was really the objective. When we started with this, we also realized that if we want to reach a larger group of such people, it's very unlikely we can do it in the classroom because obviously by definition, practicing managers are busy. They are at the workplace trying to run their business and there'll be limits or constraints to the amount of time they can spend in the classroom. So that's why we looked at it as a good program to offer online in an asynchronous mode, which would enable participants to have access to the course content, of course, supplemented with webinars and other synchronous content, which would help the participants really discuss and clear all their doubts relating to various concepts in the course. So that's really the overall objective, and whether it's been achieved or not, I guess you guys will only be able to tell. So it's something you'll have to figure out as you go along. I'd like to compliment Professor Dinesh and the entire team of faculty who have put in a lot of effort, not only to create the course, but to also keep it up to date. The big challenge with a field like AI is it's evolving every day. And to make sure that you have a course that is contemporary and reasonably current is not an easy joke for the teaching team. Some basics, of course, may not change every day, but a lot of other things keep evolving. So I'm really impressed by the way Dinesh and others have been able to do this. Some of you might also know that Professor Dinesh wears multiple hats. He's also the Dean of Faculty at IIM Bangalore. He's also the chair of our Data Center and Analytics Lab. And he's the director of your program, plus. He does many other things. So I think he's also a good role model for all of us in terms of the number of things we can do with high quality and with a lot of effectiveness. Let me also just spend a minute or two telling you something about IMBX itself. IMBX is the digital learning arm of IMB. And this is something which has evolved over time. We first created our presence in online MOOCs platforms more than a decade ago when we started offering courses on edX, which is a platform started by Harvard and MIT. Today, we have more than 80 courses offered on either edX or Swayam, which is the Government of India's platform for online learning. By the way, for those of you who are interested in what's happening in India, the Swayam platform is today one of the most vibrant learning spaces in India. The reason for that is students in universities across India are today permitted by the UGC to take online courses on Swayam and get credit for that in their degree programs. In fact, today we have literally hundreds of thousands of students in India who are attending IMB courses on the Swayam platform. And that's a big revolution as far as I'm concerned, because it really enables students across the Indian education system to have access to the high quality content which we are able to create in IMB. And just for your curiosity, all those students also go through evaluation. If they want to get the credits, they have to take an exam. The exam is a proctored exam held all over the country by the National Testing Agency. So there's a very elaborate infrastructure in place to make sure that these students not only have access to the content, but they also show their proficiency in the content before they actually get certified and get credits for it. So this is the way of the future in a way. Reflecting this, we also started a very innovative new program just a few months ago. We started an online BBA in digital business and entrepreneurship using the same platform. So we have more than 1,000 students across India today who are registered in this online BBA in digital business and entrepreneurship. And it's, of course, it's a 3-year program, so it's going to take some time for the first cohort to graduate. But you might like to keep this in mind if you have young relatives who are interested in, or I mean, it's open to people of all ages, of course, but typically we get youngsters. So if you know any young relatives or friends of yours who are interested in getting qualified in business administration, but with a focus on digital business and entrepreneurship, do tell them about this program, because the next cohort of this BBA program, the admissions will be starting soon. So it's an opportunity for people, once again, to get access to high quality content, specially made for students to really learn and do well in their respective programs. Okay, so I think it's time for me to wind up. Before I wind up, I just want to tell you one thing which our teams unfortunately don't do adequately. There are 4 emergency exits in this room, so please note them before we go forward. One in that corner, one there, and the 2 entrances. So please keep an eye on them. Those 3 guys should not be sitting there. They're blocking the exit. So hopefully at some point of time, they'll get up. Okay. And just make sure that, you keep an eye out for all of them so that in case there's any emergency, you're able to quickly move out of the room. Okay. Thank you. All the best. And congratulations once again.
Thank you for that speech, Professor, and thank you for that reminder about the emergency exits also. We have a packed room, and it's such a pleasure to see so many graduating learners. There are some learners from batch 3 who are here, and we were very happy to welcome batch 3 learners also today, because we thought what better way to motivate them to go through the program and give it their best than seeing their seniors graduate with the certificate in their hand. So I'd like to invite Professor Vandana onto stage. She is the academic director at IMBX. I'd like to invite her to share her thoughts.
A very, very warm welcome to all of you. It's indeed an honor to see you all today here and celebrate this very, very important milestone in your lives. Congratulations on completing the 16-month journey. We honor your dedication, your perseverance, your commitment in keeping up with the demands of this course and completing the coursework. Our hope is that you found this journey rewarding, fulfilling, and we believe that the 16 months Sorry about that. Our hope is that you found the program rewarding, and we believe that the 16-month journey has given you a deeper, more nuanced, stronger understanding and knowledge of AI, and equipped you with the current cutting-edge tools to move ahead with more confidence and awareness towards your professional goals. We would like to think that we have sparked, or at least contributed, in igniting your sense of curiosity, a love for learning new things, and a willingness to look at things in a different and new perspective. IMBX is truly privileged to have an engaged community of participants like you who have invested their valuable time and effort in enhancing their learning. As we all know, it's been a year of much public debate about work-life balance, with various estimates floating around about the magic number of ideal work hours per week. Obviously, none of you were paying attention to that debate because you went ahead willingly, knowingly, consciously, on your own free will. You went up and signed up for the rigors of the 16-month manager's online course. adding another crazy dimension to the work-life balance and triangulating it to make it work-study-life matrix. You achieved it, and I'm sure it wasn't without significant challenges, but you did it. You endured the trials of mastering the art of juggling. I'm sure all of you experienced the elements of focusing on work, chasing unexpected deadlines, taking care of stuff at home, spending time with family. Those of you who have young kids, chasing them in the playground. For those with teenagers, helping them with their homework while doing your own, practicing the power of patience, turning down invitations to family gatherings while meeting and surpassing the demands of a course load, completing your assessments on time. I'm sure it wasn't easy. Prioritizing tasks and responsibilities when you have a long list of multiple priorities requires persistence and courage. To change habits, to overcome challenges, to stay calm when things go wrong, and yet power ahead. All we can say is that we are proud to have been a part of this exhausting, overwhelming, exhilarating, rewarding, and self-fulfilling phase in your life. We strongly believe that completing an online program as a working professional is not a solo journey. For most of you, it must have involved teamwork and personal sacrifices made by you and those around you. So big, big thank you to your parents, your family, your helpers at home, and your co-workers who walked with you on this path, supported you, inspired you in big and small, and sometimes quiet and not so quiet ways. As AI managers, you've chosen a field that is at the center of everyone's imagination and attention. It is transforming every aspect of our life, how we live, think, work, and engage with others. We live in a world where the unexpected, the uncertainty is the expected. And one way of riding these changes is to embark and dedicate your time to a professional course to upskill and reskill yourself with knowledge, and not only take care, not if you can't control, but at least to manage these changes. It is actually more than that. Professional online courses such as this allows you to leverage uncertainties in your life and use it as a launch pad. Our hope is that the course prepared you to face these uncertainties head on and manage them to your advantage, to help you grow professionally, your skills, your network, be more creative, competitive, and agile. So that you're an active participant in your life and an active citizen in your environment. Pursuing new skills and acquiring the latest knowledge that you can directly apply to identify, understand, navigate, and solve current complex problems at work is indeed self-empowering. I'm sure you experienced more than a few aha moments at work where you intuitively connected what you had learned in the course, maybe that week or the previous week, to solve a problem at hand. These are the stories of sweet victories that our learners come back with and tell us and validates and reaffirms why we are here together. This is one of the important goals at IMBX, to empower our learners through online learning, to give them the space, the right environment, the opportunities to learn from the best faculty while being flexible, and support each one of them in achieving their professional goals. We are honored to have been part of this journey. We invite you to be a lifelong learner, inspire others to be lifelong learners, continue your engagement with us, and return for more. None of these achievements of the audience in this room would have been possible without our world-class faculty. Professor Dinesh and Professor Rajalakshmi and all the other visiting faculty members introduced you to the IMB way of learning, thinking, and doing. They shared with you their latest knowledge, ideas through real-world examples, content, analytical and software tools, and taught you how to apply AI techniques to solve these problems, complex problems. While we can go on and on about the powers of AI, there is a caveat. A recent flaw in AI was pointed out recently, that it cannot generate images of left-handed writing. I would like to point to another one. There is no AI tool that could replicate the tireless, constant support, and effort of our IMBX team. The spirit, zeal, efficiency, empathy with which they work towards providing support and guidance to each one of the learners. They ensure that the online platform works seamlessly, coordinating among different faculty members, and each learner was supported individually and collectively in a timely manner. So a big shout out to the entire IMBX team, especially Vijay Lakshmi, Dimple, and Rafat. So on that happy note, warm congratulations to each one of you. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you very much for those words of advice and some good praise for us also. Thank you. We're basking in that glory. I'd like to invite our chief guest today, Milesh, to share his thoughts with you.
So good evening, everybody, and huge congratulations to the graduating batch. 16-month program, quite rigorous all throughout. I think it's not easy. But I'm really happy and glad to be here for two reasons. Reason number one, in my role as heading strategy and operations for SAP Labs India, AI is of interest for me because one of the goals of the company is to become the #1 business AI company. And also many of the SAPians are here. So it's really great for me to be upfront here in person to see our leaders and managers take on the journey. And the second interesting part why I'm here is it's like a homecoming back for me. I used to be part of the cohort 1 year of the AI for Managers course. And I have to say it was a very exhilarating and great journey that we had been through. We also had 5 immersion programs here. So that was really nice to be here. And Professor Dinesh is a great educationalist. I really enjoyed my times here going through that. Especially, I remember when you do these exams or assignments at the end of the modules, you know, your heart races until you get the 60%, because that's the grading that you need to cross, right? So once you cross that, everything else is a bonus. So I think that was really good fun. And we were also the batch where ChatGPT was launched, and you can imagine what that meant, right? So first 6 months, we didn't have ChatGPT, and afterward, it came in the middle of the course, and we all did try to use it to the best of our knowledge. But I think IMB also figured out to make it ChatGPT proof as we went through. But I think what was really interesting for me was the course really covered a lot of fundamentals, foundational principles, that is statistics, probability, and so on, which is really, really very necessary, because now for the generative AI bit, there's not so much of technology and technical insights needed, but having that really foundational knowledge really builds you up, right? And moving on to the CNN architecture, the RNN architectures of the neural networks, the transformers, giving insights into all of that. But if I really see, right, if I look back, how did the neural networks itself start? Did anyone here have a idea of when were the first initial neural networks were conceived? It was back in the 1940s. A couple of scientists were actually working on creating to replicate how human brain works. You know, they called it simulating neural networks, but it was really, really basic. Not until 1980, one of our Nobel Prize winner for physics and AI, John Hopfield, he came up with a model, which is still based on biophysics, and created the first neural network, which would do basic jobs of finding, classifying images and so on, but not very high, using something called as a Hopfield network. But not until later, in 2009, the second Nobel Prize winner for physics and AI, Geoffrey Hinton, and very interestingly, he asked NVIDIA, can you give me your GPU chips for free? Because we are doing a project and we feel this could be very, very useful for AI. Until then, NVIDIA did not even know that they could be used for AI. This is a real fact. They were using their GPUs and their CUDA platform for applications like scanning and running financial modelings and animation and so on. But NVIDIA refused, but the professor, the scientist went ahead, buying those chips by himself, and with the students built a model around it. By 2012, they proved that this was really accelerating the AI and also was very, very accurate. And there, the rest is history, and you could have seen now how NVIDIA is one of the most valuable companies. No, I have to be correct. After DeepSeek, probably the second most valuable company in the world, right? So that was really, really encouraging to see that. And also how, if you see in 2017, that's when the first research paper came out called Attention is All You Need. I hope I'm getting it right. Yeah. And this was by Google scientists and a few professors. And this was really what was paving the way for the transformer architecture. Till then, the RNNs, whatever you read in your academic, was more sequential in nature. And this really was path-breaking, which then delivered the ChatGPTs and the large language models and the foundation models that we have currently at this point in time. So that was the whole history behind it. But if you look at the world order at this point in time, how is this AI put to use, right? So whether it's geopolitical issues, whether it's macroeconomic issues, anything that we talk about currently, the only solution that all world leaders talk about is AI. AI is the only solution for all of these problems, right? But let's see how India is faring on that. If you look at the AI patents all around the world, right, 60% of them are owned by China. And probably 20% by US, and India stands at 0.6% as of today. And if you look at generative AI patents, 80% of them belong to China. In fact, 38,000 patents were filed by them in 2024. No wonder how they could produce a DeepSeek. Because if I refer to an interview which Sam Altman, when he was in India, gave, somebody asked him a question, do you think it was possible to create a large language model, or maybe I correct myself, a foundational model, for 1/10 of the price, maybe from India? He said, in your dreams, right? And I think now he should be dreaming that he is now given a run for his money with this DeepSeek model being launched by China, right? So that's how the whole world evolved overall from that perspective. And if you ask me, my first AI journey started way back in 2014. I did this MBA from the Indian Institute, not Indian Institute, sorry, the Indian School of Business in Hyderabad. And there we had this decision-making under uncertainty course, which is a course on statistics and so on. And they taught me linear regression, one-way ANOVA, right? And how did I put to use? I came back in 2015, and me and my wife were looking for a property to invest. And we figured out, we took quotes from many of the builders, right? And I said, why don't I build a model around it? Because the price seems to be the only point where we cannot agree with the builders, right? So we always want to negotiate. But then you need to have a foundational way of negotiating that. And I tasted quite good success. We took about 10, 12 data, fed that into the linear regression, and then we can reverse calculate the price based on some attributes. All the dependent attributes, you figure it in, and you get the independent variable, which is the price. And to our extent, we found that when we were negotiating with the builders, 20, 25, 30% negotiation was possible. Because as you know, price is elastic to demand. And many of the builders, they always position, it's always what you're willing to pay and not cost plus, right? And to get to that figure and to really rationalize the whole stuff, it was really, really great. And that was my first entry into AI. At that point in time, I said, okay, if this can be so easy, if you automate it even bigger, and what we are doing now in 2025, I think the world is really evolving and moving towards it, right? So that is really great. So with that, I'd like to once again congratulate the whole batch, and also congratulate the whole batch. Also welcome the cohort 3 for the starting of the batch. And I'd like to also thank IIMB for inviting me here and also conducting this program, to Professor Rishi, Professor Vandana, and also Professor Dinesh, and also to Abhishek, who is heading our REACH program, who actually fundamentally runs this across all our cohorts. It's the 3rd cohort. Abhishek, thank you very much for being able to drive this. And have a nice evening, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that, Milish. I'd request Abhishek to come and share his thoughts on stage.
That shows that I was not prepared for this, but there's nothing that I can further add to what our distinguished panel here has already presented. First of all, congratulations to each one of you. A big round of applause to yourself and to your family members. Professor Rishi, Professor Vandana, Professor Dinesh, Milish, thank you so much for everything that you do to bring together this program. And I think the success that you see is right sitting next to Professor Rishi. He was part of the first cohort. So we are proud from SAP to be a partner with IMB on this particular journey. And we only hope, like Professor Dinesh mentioned, that we are able to leverage what we have learned and what we do with this tool. So thank you so much and all the best and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
So yeah, I'm going to come into my glasses avatar because now I'm not going to speak impromptu because I've put my thoughts together in a certain order, but I'm not going to read out of that. But I'm going to start with a huge round of applause for all our learners who have gone through this 16-month-long program. You've balanced personal, professional commitments, sat through live sessions on Saturdays. I don't know how you convinced your spouses and family members about saying that I can't come out for a lunch on Saturday afternoon because I have a live session and I have to mark attendance. Otherwise, Vijay is not going to allow me to mark it after the time gets over. And all those things, that's conversations I don't even want to imagine how they went. But you come out as winners today, so you definitely deserve that round of applause. But along with you, I think people who deserve it is as much as you are your family members, because without their support, I fail to imagine how you would have been able to do this. And they're not even earning certificates today. So a louder round of applause for them, please. So in alphabetical order, we will start calling out your names. We had given some seating arrangement on that basis, but I see that some AI has happened here and it's not there at all in the order in which we had given it. So you can check on your WhatsApp groups. I have sent it in that order. Please check out for the person whose name comes before you, and please be prepared on the aisle so that we can save time on that. Request Professor Dinesh and Rishi to please hand out the first set of certificates to the learners. We'll start with, ready, guys? Video, yeah. Abhik Shom. Abhik Shom has not come here, sorry. Abhishek Mishra. So I'd request all the learners to come from this side, collect your certificates, collect the kit from our team members that side, and then go back to your places. If there are other learners who are coming out from their seats, please wait and hold on. You will get your place back. Yeah. Akshata Rao. Amit Binge. Anand Sudhakar. Anasuya Nayak. Anil Kumar A. Mr. Ankit. Anshu Dikshit. Anurag Jain. Anusha Ninu Abraham. Apala Naidu Uppada. Arnab Chakrabarti. Mr. Ashish. Ashish Dutt. Ashish Jain. Asit G. Ramteke. Ashwati Girija Devi. Balaji Elumalai. Bharat Bakru. Bharat Ganesh. Budaditya Datta. Chaitanya Arakiri. Chandarhas Banotra. Chanapa Pujar. Chetan Karthik. Debasmita Sur. Debasmita Sur. Yeah. Deepa V. Deepak KS. Dilip Challa. Dinesh Venugopalan. Ganesh Murthy Duraisamy. Gaurav Rawat. Gautam Parida. Hardik Desai. Harihara Subramanian Gopalakrishnan. Harish R. Harsha Kumar DJ. Ismail Basha. Jabin Banu Shadab. Karthikeyan Vishwanathan. Kaveri MK. Kesavan Kodandaraman. Krishanu Biswas. Krishnan Hariharan. Kritika G. Kumar Gaurav. Leena Khatri. Lohit Kumar KG, sorry. Lohit Kumar KG. Leena. Mahesh Kamari. Mamata Santapuri. Mantosh Kumar. I'd like to invite Professor Vandana and Milesh to give out the next set of certificates, please. And I think the way the clappings have suddenly gone down, no energy, we might just have a competition among learners saying who gets the loudest claps, whose family members are clapping louder, something like that. We'll come up with something innovative, even without ChatGPT. Mithun Chindan. Mohan Kumar Hari. Mrigank Chaturvedi. Nagendra Reddy Devi Reddy. Nagesh Yellai. Yes, Nagesh Yellai. Nikhil George Pettet. Niranjan Jagirdar. Nishant Ranjan. That's it. Nishant Ranjan. Nitin Mukesh. P. Gomati. Yes, please keep the applause going. Hanibhushan Mohan Shankar.
Yes.
Lady. This one. Pooja Ramaratnam. Pooja Ramaratnam. Prasad Natu. Prasad Natu. Not there, sorry. Prashant Gokule. Praveen C. Priyanka Malik. R. Muruganandam. R. Muruganandam. Rajesh Vijayvargi. Rajesh Vijayvargi. Ramakumar. Ranganath Honnali. Rajit Singh. Ranjit Jaipal. Ravi Kumar Chamarti, Rinku Dubey, Ritika Kumar, Sagar Mahantappa, Madhukar, Sangeeta is now there. Santosh Kumar, Santosh K. Deshpande, Shakti Prasad Mishra. Is Shakti Prasad Mishra? Shakti Prasad Mishra, yeah, please. Yeah, you have to go next. Shashidhar Satya Mrutyunjaya, Shobit Saxena, Shivaprasad Nakka. No, he was here. Shivaprasad. Okay, sorry. Smita Singh. Soundararajan Sariyakutti. Saurabh Nanda. Srijita D'Souza. Srijita D'Souza. Sumit Chaudhary. No, I don't think Sumit has been able to join us today. Sunita Ikbote. Not there. Madhukar, Tanmay is not there. Tanmay Sharma. Yes, Madhukar. Tanmay Sharma. Umesh Aradhya M. Vineet Acharya. Vijay Lakshmi Mohandas. Please, an extra round of applause for her for all the wrong emails which were intended for me, which went to her. Vinay C. Vivek Bagona Ganesha. Vivek Isukapalli. Extra round of applause for all those names which start with V. They are at the fag end. Keep it going. Not just because my name is from V. Vivek Obaya. Vivek Vishal. Thank you so much. Now, if I call out your name, please stand wherever you are sitting right now. We would like to felicitate the toppers of each individual course. Once we finish all the course names and you're still standing, we'll give you a huge round of applause. And the course toppers, please stay back after the program to collect your memento. In the Foundations of Data Science, the topper was Rajesh Vijayvargi. Data Visualization and Storytelling, Balaji Elumalai and Pooja Rajaratnam. Predictive Analytics, Kritika G. Machine Learning with Business Application, Dilip Challa. Machine Learning using Python. There are 6 toppers: Dilip Challa, Gaurav Rawat, Krishnan Hariharan, Kumar Gaurav, Leena Khatri, and Ramakumar. Machine Learning using R was topped by Shobit Saxena. The MLOps course was taught by Ashwati Girija Devi, Chetan Karthik, Krishnan Hariharan, P. Gomati, Rajesh Vijayvargi, and Srijita D'Souza. Prescriptive Analytics, Akriti Garg, Bharat Bakru, Ismail Basha, Mithun Chindan, P. Gomati, Ranganath Honahalli, and Ritvik Agarwal. Oh, there are some more, sorry. Santosh Deshpande and Shinjit Kannapalli. Reinforcement Learning, Ashish Dutt, Bharat Bakru, Debasmita Sur, Dilip Challa, Harsha Kumar, Krishnan Hariharan again, Mahesh Kamari, Milind Madhav Bhagwat, P. Gomati, Ramakumar, Vinay C, and Vivek Vishal. Last but not the least, the Artificial Neural Networks and Deep Learning course was taught by Bharat Bakru, Dilip Challa, and Harsha Kumar DJ. Thank you. We'd like to call, yeah, please, thank you, sit down. Like those students waiting for somebody to say sit down. We'd like to felicitate the 3 toppers, the overall 3 toppers of this program. And believe me, it was not easy at all. We had to probably go down to the second, third decimal point to determine. It was quite a tough competition. So actually, in some way, all of you are toppers, but because my finance won't allow me to get 121 topper prizes, I have to give only 3. That much is what she has allowed me. So the topper of this program are 3 people. P. Gomati. Please come on stage, Gomati. I'd request Professor Dinesh to please give out the topper prizes. Harsha Kumar DJ. And Dilip Challa. So, yeah. So I promise I have a little bit of things written here. I've taken a lot of effort to put my thoughts together. Please give me 10 minutes. I promise not to shoot beyond that. Okay. So on behalf of the IMBX Digital Learning Foundation, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank a few people who have been our pillars of strength in this journey. It would not have been possible without their support, guidance, and constant feedback that we get from them for us to keep getting better. Our deepest gratitude to Professor Rishikesha T. Krishnan for his guidance and a very inspiring speech also today. Your presence here, sir, is very valuable, and your words have enlightened us today as every other day when we get to meet you. Our heartfelt thanks to Professor Vasanthi Srinivasan. She is the chairperson of the IMBX Digital Learning Digital team here. She has not been able to make it in person today, but she sends her best wishes to all of you. A special thanks to Professor Dinesh Kumar, the program director for this program. It's always a pleasure to work under his guidance. His dedication, expertise, and unwavering support, in a sense, has really made this program possible for us to, deliver at the quality at which we are able to do it. We sincerely thank Ms. Vandana Patel Singhvi, the academic director at IMBX. Her leadership and dedication to academic excellence has always been an inspiration to all of us team members. It's been a pleasure to have Milesh J, in some ways, the poster boy for IMBX today. From being a learner in batch 1 to carving a remarkable path in his professional journey, I'm sure he has his, his dedication, hard work, everything in place, but we'll take a little credit, the program added to all that. A big thank you to all the faculty members who have been a part of this program. Professor Manaranjan is here, so please, huge round of applause for him. Professor Naveen, who has been with you for the last 1.5 days, and I could see how you all have enjoyed all these sessions with all these faculty members. Professor Sharada, Professor Rajlakshmi, and Professor Kumar Rahul, who have sent their best wishes because they haven't been able to join us in person today. A significant portion of all our 3 batches in this program have come from SAP Labs, reflecting the kind of trust and the strong association that we have built with them over time. We'd like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank Ms. Sindhu Gangadharan. Abhishek, please pass it on to her when you meet her, MD of SAP Labs, for her invaluable support through this journey. And we'd like to especially thank Abhishek, who has been a steadfast pillar and a true supporter with us through this journey. Heartfelt gratitude to you, Abhishek. Our gratitude goes through the whole technical team, the event coordinators, the security, the support staff, without whom an event of this scale and magnitude is just impossible for us to imagine also. So please, a huge round of applause for them. So while I was contemplating, yesterday, day before, saying, what do I say about this batch? Because we've had this journey, last 6-8 months through these live sessions and some mails, some teat-to-teat between us saying, no, you closed the attendance marking. It was not visible. I forgot. I didn't see the bell. All those things apart, we've had a very memorable journey through this program. It's been a pleasure interacting with all of you. So I thought, how do I put it in words, and then like a typical parent who knows that you should not probably be comparing the two children that you have, but we all say, that in managerial language, it's not called comparing. We're just analyzing their strengths or whatever managerial lingo that is. So we have another flagship program called the Professional Certificate in Hospital Management, where we have a large group of doctors and hospital administrators and all in that. And we had the valedictory for that a few months ago. So I was like thinking, okay, what's like the comparison that I can probably make between the learners of that batch and this one? So some of the things that came to my mind were how those doctors would be making such meticulous notes of everything. And with this batch, the most frequent question from this batch would be, hey, can you please ask professor to share that PPT which he was showing in that live session today? So when we would send out mails, with details about the Zoom sessions and all that, maybe out of years of reading reports and journals, those doctors would make note of the details and join promptly and all that. And in this group, the most common question on the group would be, I didn't get the Zoom session details at all. Somebody please share it. And then there would be a plus me too flurry of those messages also. So those were all some fun things. But this group really had some unique strengths, and it also helped us, the team, get better in so many ways. The kind of excellent attention to detail that you've had through the course content. Even the smallest thing, if the transcript is not aligned with the video, I would get messages and emails within like an hour of the module releasing. Some of them have also pointed out one odd issue with some assessment question in some course. This batch has been a pleasure because also they've mostly stuck to deadlines, hardly come back to me too many times asking for extensions. Some of the things that you look out for, your ideal things in your online learners, right? Those are the things that I have found in this batch. It's also helped us, I told, right? Because it's made us so much more thoughtful and vigilant about what we offer to you on the LMS. There have been so many times when I've gone back and told my SMEs, hey, please check and double check what you're doing with this batch, because I can't even go back and tell them that there is some technical glitch. They know tech better than me. Yeah. So please, let's not go down that path. Somebody might just come and offer to sort it out for me, and then I'm going to be a little embarrassed. So those are the ways in which this batch has been such a pleasure to interact with. And it's been a very nice journey with all of you. I have received some of the most gratifying messages and some gracious emails from this group. After every live session, I've had one learner who has sent messages saying, thank you for this interesting session. I appreciate how you spent your time in doing all this. Some of the most gracious emails, even if they're scolding me in that email, I feel like it's honey flowing in that email. Never made me felt bad about anything. How many times do you have learners in a group who come from Sarjapur and I ask them to travel twice to Banarghatta Road on the same day and they oblige? That is the kind of learner group that I have found here. So thank you so much for being such wonderful learners. I cannot forget, I must tell the professors this, so the kind of chat that we have on the WhatsApp group, yesterday we had sent them invites to enter the campus and they all got this message saying you have an appointment with Gauri, our And they were all wondering whether it's a spam message or it's some Valentine Day prank. And the kind of banter that went on with it was definitely a highlight of that WhatsApp group. So to put together some of my thoughts about the group, we are also very proud to celebrate the diverse participation in this group with 78% male, but 22% strong female representation here. So go for it, girls. This batch also showcased a huge variety and diversity in the range of experience, also spanning from anywhere between 5 years to 30 years, with a majority of the age group between 35 to 45 years of age. So one more thing, probably midlife crisis, you guys were also managing that along with this program. I hope that didn't add to this or this didn't add to that. And about a minimum of 15 to 25 years of age experience range. So that's wonderful because it brought a lot of variety to the discussions that we had in the discussion forum and the live sessions also. A big percentage of our learners, no doubt, were from SAP, but we also had learners from other organizations, Cognizant, Mindtree, TCS, HP, Infosys, Salesforce, and so forth. Learners came from a variety different states in India, predominantly Karnataka, but a variety of them here also. And I'm very happy to say in batch 3, we have crossed national geographical boundaries too, and we have learners from the Middle East and Europe also joining us. So we conducted a poll, and all of you, we asked you, which were the top 3 courses that you enjoyed the most? And so many of you wrote back to me on message, saying, how do you expect us to choose top 3? All the courses were very good. I said, yes, all the courses were very good, but tell me the top 3. And then these 3 turned out to be the top 3. Professor Dinesh, the Foundations of Data Science, top there. I wish Professor Naveen was also here with us, the AN and deep learning course. So this kind of negates any recency bias that we had, because FODS was the first course and ANN was the last one. So I'm sure you guys have kept all the courses in mind. And we also asked you which were the courses in which you found the live sessions to be most engaging. We found these 4 to be the toppers: the DVST course, FODS, DPP and pre-processing of data, and ANN and deep learning. So thank you very much to all the faculty members who have made this learning journey so much more engaging and interesting for all of you. We asked you what you thought about the program, and we were so happy to see all the positive adjectives that came out in this. So thank you very much for that feedback. We also got some feedback for improvement. I'm not going to show all that here, but we will take it very seriously and work on it and make sure that batch 3, your peers, co-workers, all of them come back and tell you, hey, they really made it better for us, yeah? What did you think about the team? Thank you so much for that positive feedback from all of you about the team, because this is what we all, the team members behind the scenes, I get to meet you very often, but there are so many of them who work behind the scenes and make it easier for me to come and present all of that to you. So huge round of applause for the IMBX team. I'd request the IMBX team to join me on stage here, please. All IMBX team members, please join me on stage here. And come fast. Thank you so much. With your permission, shall we pass the mic on? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. Before we, so we'll pass the mic on. Our team members will come across with the mic. If you would like to take the mic and let us know in real time what your feedback was, what were your thoughts, how was your journey, anything for a little while. But before we do that, we'd like to felicitate and thank Milesh for joining us today and express it with a small token of appreciation. Request Professor Dinesh and Rishi to hand it over to Milesh. One minute, professors. We also have a token of appreciation for Abhishek. Abhishek, request you to please come on stage. He has it. Okay. If anybody would like to express your thoughts, just put your hand up. Or somebody from the team will hand over the mic to you and you can let us know what you feel. Yeah, sure.
Hi all. My name is Nagesh. I am from SAP. Thank you, Vijayalakshmi, for nicely putting about the batch, in not directly saying a tough batch. and I also would like to thank Seema, who is who was before you took, and then I hope we are not the reason for Seema leaving. I'm a core HR guy. I manage payroll for SAP. Milesh, my boss over here, and he was like, it's nice to see you here. Hope you will bring in some AI into the payroll. My aim, Milesh, is to maybe put a ATM around, anytime money for payroll. And coming to how the course went, it was an excellent course. Why I said I'm a core HR guy, I'm a non-technical guy. And I could see the 60%, right? Like Milesh, as we said, I crossed the 60%, though not in one of the toppers list, though. But still, I feel myself a topper, being from a non-technical background. Going through the course, definitely that is because of how the course has been designed, catering to all the non-technical the learners. I also see people who are technical around when in the batch, and they were also finding tough. So it was, and the professors were so accommodative, so approachable. And thank you for everybody. Thank you for the technical team behind this. I just wanted to say this. Thank you so much.
So I would like to say a few words. I think the course has been excellent. And if you probably go into the internet and search for courses, probably there's no dearth of courses on data science and AI, right? The question is why you would want to do it in such a fashion with IIM. I think the whole idea is the basics of probability statistics, the other mathematics come very well together and is very well compiled into the entire course curriculum that we see. So the course structure is so well curated. That's, I think, very difficult to find. The second thing is that the professors carry immense amount of knowledge. I think the whole thing outshines when you attend these classes on an online class or in the classrooms more. Of course, the MOOCs are there to guide you through, but it is a very different experience when you enter the classes and interact with the professors and network with the people around you. So that comes together very well with the IM facilitation and the structure and so on. And the third thing that comes into the foray is the way it is facilitated by the facility team here. They have done an excellent job to put this together and we enjoyed it all. So thank you very much for putting this program.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bharat. I want to give a heartfelt gratitude to all the professors, and it has been an excellent journey over here for last, so many months. Like Professor Dinesh was saying, you guys survived. I would say we not only survived, but we thrived because we learned a lot of things over the period of time. It added so much value, which probably we could have not got that value just by going through some online videos, because the interaction we had, the value addition we had from the professor, that was priceless. And thank you so much for giving us, this diverse group of people where we can interact, and over the period of time, we can see so much more things we can learn, being part of this IMB and IMB culture. I'm really thankful to the entire IMB X team as well, the kind of, you guys have got the things together. And we can see some very, very exciting journey ahead. And I see that so many exciting things we can implement just because you added so much value to us. Thank you so much.
Hi, myself Shobit Saxena. Thank you everyone for the support and for the course it was. I would just like to take you through my journey of this course. So I am a mechanical engineer. I think most of the people are from software or other background. I'm a mechanical engineer with operations MBA. And when I was joining this course, the question came up, why you want to join this course? And at that time, I was not exactly sure, but I just went through a DMA assessment for my site. And I wanted to go into the predictability phase for the equipments, for the digital maturity assessment. And then I joined it. And so far, when the course was mostly on data, mathematics, it was going fine. Then R and Python, it was like, wow, what's this? I somehow managed. And the last module was, I think what I learned mostly of the last module was during the bootcamp itself. It was very difficult to understand the last module on itself, not knowing anything on that particular aspect. But yeah, the bootcamp helped a lot on that bit. So yeah, thank you for that.
Good evening to all of you. So I have been an ardent researcher for the past 3 decades. No doubt this course has been completely useful for all of us. But at the same time, I would like to record my gratitude to the books authored by Professor Manaranjan and Professor Dinesh. Just because of I was able to immerse totally in these two books in analytics and machine learning with Python by Professor Manaranjan and Dinesh sir. And I'm very happy to record that with my students team, I was able to get 2 best project awards from PSG College of Technology for deep learning for stock price prediction and text mining for supply chain methodologies and models. And I would like to express my gratitude to Professor Naveen Bansali, whose lectures I attended during May last week in 2024. Lot of insights I gained from his lectures, and also with good motivation from Professor Dinesh sir, our team has been able to successfully apply for the first patent for Internet of Drones in the supply chain delivery. How the drones are able to overtake the collision avoidance, we have successfully worked out and we have applied for the first patent. Hopefully, as the first review is through and all, hopefully we'll get the patent very soon. Thank you all of you, my dear faculty.
Mr. Muruganandam, you can just pass it back. There is one learner at the back who would like to speak.
Yeah, my name is Krishanu. I just stood up to, to sympathize all the fellow students who we just missed it to be on the top 3. Okay, so don't worry, we'll make it someday. But thanks a lot, Professor Dinesh. We learned a lot from you and from all other professors here. It was a great opportunity. Take immense pride to be part of IIMB, and we'll carry that throughout our life. This case. Vijayalakshmi, excellent support all the time. Thank you so much. Thanks, Aaron.
So to add to what Krishanu said, please remember this is the location where Three Idiots was shot, and marks mean a lot, but not everything.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anshu. I'm from SAP. And since this course was for managers and being in such a great company like SAP for years, we start to think that we know everything. And when I joined this course in the first module itself, the foundation of data science, I realized I know nothing. So thank you for also bringing us to the ground and realizing that learning should never stop. And this has actually taken us to our university days and all those things. The kind of preparation that we were doing for this course was bringing back those memories also. So it was a great course, and thank you everyone for all the support, including the professors and the co-learners.
Myself, Ankit. My organization has not well represented out here. Next year, probably I'll expect. I'm from Ernst & Young EY, and hope so. Based on my experience, I can build on that. I'd like to recollect one particular lesson from Professor Dinesh, where he's talked about, and when I went back to him in one of our live sessions, and I said, I'm double handsome, because in one of his videos classes, he said, a probability of a person being handsome is more when he has a daughter. So I have 2 daughters, so I'm doubly handsome. With that, what I want to emphasize on the way all these courses were conducted also, be it Professor Naveen, Professor Manoranjan, Professor Dinesh, and some of the other professors we might be missing out on. They ensured that when the courses were delivered, it was not adding to our stress levels with all managing our profession, managing our personal life and this course. So the way it was communicated, the way humor infused into our deep level of learnings, things and all, it was immensely pleasure to kind of like take that. And I have probably in each of my conversations with all professors, this was not just an online one. I like to emphasize, we met all of our professors in person also. And in each of these conversations, we have communicated back this, that the way the communication has been, that also has helped us in each of our learnings around these things. And probably everyone has already talked about the excellent way this course has been conducted. So I'll just give a +1 to that, just as Vijayalakshmi used to get it on WhatsApp. And that's it from my end. Thanks, everyone.
Gomati there on top. PC is running low on power.
Hi, this is Gomati here. So many people have shared so many thoughts, but
when I think about this course, I just feel a small incidents. You know, every time the course get released, we open that, how many modules are there, then we have to plan our day. As Vijay Lakshmi rightly said, each week is a kind of struggle. You know, after completing all our releases in the office, then come home, at least 1-2 hours we have to spend for the videos, then read the book. It's like, I feel like, I'm going back to the college. I really love the days. I really love the way we work together. And we also had some of the sessions within cohorts. We just explained some of the concepts. You know, thank you so much, all of you guys. And really, we enjoyed. I could not, feel that we come to an end. We just want to continue. So thank you so much, Dinesh sir. Your jokes, someone has mentioned your jokes. I keep telling to my husband this has happened. So thank you so much for the content. Thank you.
I think we'll take the last one or two because you can see adults don't show it, but the kids will start increasing their volume very soon.
Good evening, everyone. This is Chetappa from SAP. I would like to thank everyone and also especially SAP leaders for bringing us to this beautiful campus. So that itself was a pleasure to be here, walk on these corridors and attend those live sessions. It was a mixed blend of like everything. It was like live classes, online classes, and also recordings in the online, like we could watch. So it was like everything it had covered. Like we were able to meet all the professors, and it was really a nice experience for us overall. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, I'm Harsha. I work for Impetus Technologies as a technical architect. I was a manager when I started this course, but I realized that I'm not a good manager and I wanted back to my technical field. So this course has instilled a lot of confidence in me. As soon as I joined the new organization, right, I was asked to work from data engineering to make a shift to DevOps. Luckily, Pradhan sir was teaching the ML ops. That caught me. And then the Gen AI. Okay, I was somehow looking into YouTube videos and all and doing self-learning and all. But the last 2 weeks course of Naveen sir, right, like clarified a lot of doubts or connects of the dots. So I think this course was very much helpful for me.
Thank you so much for all that feedback for all of us. We'd like to thank all of you and your family members and batch 3 people also who have joined us here. Thank you very much. The team will lead you towards where we have organized dinner for all of you. So please, you can join them there and enjoy your dinner. And now that you have been declared as alumni of IMB, we look forward to meeting you more often whenever you are on campus. So thank you very much. The course toppers, you can collect your mementos from the team outside. Please tell them your name and they will have it for you. Thank you so much, all of you. Please, professors, please join us for dinner. Milesh, you also.
Did MDC